Greetings, this is Joe Whitchurch with RatioChristi, speaking only for myself, but I've had some new thoughts about curriculum and our RatioChristi booklet series. In my previous two videos, I focused on grouping the booklets into themes, 7 of them, and the second video was using a curriculum, using a mind map, using a cumulative case diagram apologetic by the late Dr. Paul Feinberg. Today I have 3 new thoughts about curriculum, and they use different approaches. One is to use your statement of faith of your church. Now, you may not know where your statement of faith is located online, but I'm going to use an example of a shorthand statement of faith that I made from RatioChristi's longer, more narrative version. And here it is. If you'd like to take a screen capture of it, you can. But because I'm going to be reading it now to you, not the whole thing, but just to give you a gist. Okay, we have a statement on the inerrancy of Scripture. We have a statement on God's existence and his being a Trinitarian. We have a statement on creation and the historicity of Adam and Eve. We have a statement on the deity and humanity of Christ. We have a statement on the image of God, on biblical human sexuality, on the sanctity of life, on social justice, on salvation by grace through faith, the final state, and the makeup of the church. So I was looking through our booklet series, and I was thinking about our statement of faith, and I don't ignore the numbers because it relates to a different way I was thinking about curriculum today. But here is a list of all of our booklets to date that are published, and a few additional resources like our Torah scrolls. You could take a screen capture. But anyway, I was thinking about, say, our statement of faith on Scripture. We have booklets on is the New Testament reliable? Lost in translation, related to the subject of can you make the Bible say anything you want it to say? Archaeological evidence for the reliability of the New Testament. We have booklets on the person and work of Jesus Christ. One is called Was Jesus Just a Man? Or Is Jesus God? I believe by Bowman. We have other booklets on subjects that all relate to the existence of God, science and scientism. Is God there? Does God hide from us? How do we know that God exists? So that's another way to look. Just look through the booklet titles and look at your statement of faith of your church or of the RatioChristi chapter, and just find booklets that fit under the themes of your statement of faith and go through that in the course of a semester of a year. That's one approach to curriculum. Another approach to curriculum is this one. It's the Norman Geisler, the late Dr. Norman Geisler and Frank Turek have a book, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist, and they take a 12-step approach to a Christian apologetic. You may have seen it in this out-of-print booklet, which is still circulated quite a bit, and you may have seen it in the Geisler and Turek bookmark, now going under the moniker of Norman Geisler International Ministries, even though it's the late Norman Geisler. And here are the 12 steps. You might want to take a screenshot of that. But it starts off with, does truth exist? And if you deny truth, then you deny the law of non-contradiction, because you're contradicting yourself by making a truth claim. And then is there a non-contingent being? Therefore, God exists. If God exists, miracles are possible. If miracles are possible, then God can use miracles to confirm whether a message is from him or not, especially a plethora of miracles like in the days of Moses or of Jesus. And the New Testament being historically reliable. Again, lots of booklets in our series on the New Testament being reliable, or even transmission of text, our Hebrew Old Testament scrolls. In the New Testament, Jesus claimed to be God. That's number 7 on the list here. Jesus proved it by demonstrating miracles, supremely the resurrection. Therefore, Jesus is God. If Jesus is God, whatever he teaches is true. Jesus taught that the Bible is true. Therefore, the Bible's true. It's a great 12-step approach to apologetics. And again, just look through our booklet series titles, and you can find booklets under each of those. I think I have them listed under here by order of their 12 steps by Roman numeral number to the left side of the booklet. Here is another approach to curriculum, and I know this has already gone long, but I really like this lady, and I really like her thinking. She's educated at Simon Greenleaf. When that was open, it was like a law school for apologists, and her name is Marilyn Tyner. And she's written some, they're more like legal briefs, but she calls them tracts. It's called True Way Tracts. You can see how to order them here on the back of one of them, but they're not really tracts. As I said, they're more like legal briefs, and they have bibliography and footnotes and more readings at the back, like as do all of our Ratio Christi booklets as well. But they're very colorful, and you can see they follow a tact as well. Is truth relative or objective? How can we know that God exists? It seems to be following the Geisler-Turek outline, or probably one of your statements of faith. Do all roads lead to God? Who do you say Jesus is? Did Jesus rise from the dead? Getting at the issue of miracles. And what sets Christianity apart from other religions? I think I'm missing one of my tracks because we use them tabling and give them out. One of them is God Triune. And of course, if you're talking to somebody from an Islamic background or a Hindu background or even a Latter-day Saint background, they're going to have issues with the Trinity. Jehovah's Witness, the Way International, they're all going to wrestle with that. So these booklets can be very helpful for you in a curriculum, going through your statement of faith, going through the Geisler-Turek 12-step, or going through some tracks that are more inexpensive that you can give out and give to your people to use when after they've had the teaching through the curriculum with our booklets and more lengthier discourse on the subjects, they can actually have something they can hand out to people in sharing their faith and defending their faith. So just some thoughts about curriculum in addition to my mind map and to the one that just organized the booklets into themes. God bless you as you consider wise curriculum. Bye for now.